Hello viewers, welcome to my channel History of. Today we will know about the history of United States part 13. In the Western and theater, the Union was relatively successful with major and battles such as Ferry Valley and Sion along the Union and combat and dominance not navigally and rivers and protecting strategic Union victors and restoring and major and Confederate operations. Warfare in the Eastern and theater began only properly for the Union, yes, and General George B. McClellan and fled to the Calthar, the Confederate capital of Richmond and Virginia in his peninsula and Compiègne and restarted after attack from Confederate. General Robert E. Lee and maneuvered both sides and concentrated in 1861-1862 one rising, one training new arrange. The range of actions was Union success in controlling the border state with and Confederates largely and driving output of border state. The terms 1862 and Confederate uh, retreat, the Battle of Antietam and lead to the Lincolns and warning the wood and users and exhibitions and proclamations in January 1863 is state and did not return and making Sablé a central war goal and anarchists and Republicans in the North as well as their enemies. The anti-war and cooperated Democrats and ended the change of British and France's interventions. Liu and small army won battles in the strait in 1862 and stripping 1863, but he pushed too hard to ignore it. The Unions and traded in the west, Liu, and invaded and Pennsylvania in search of supplies and took cars. Coach War and war ends in the north, in perhaps in the turning point in the war, and Link's army was badly beaten at the July 1863 Battle of Gettysburg and barely made it back to Virginia. In July 1863, Union and forces under General and useless as and Grant and gained and control of the Mississippi rivers at the Battle of Vicksburg and thereby splitting or the Confederacy in 1864. Union General Williams and Tompkins and Sherman and marched south of Chattanooga and took after alternate deserve and victory that ended the Jelter along and Republican in the north and helped in Lincoln win election. One home brand industrial expansions in the north expanded dramatically and using its extensive and railroad and served its moving industrial worker into the maintenance factories for gain and trade increased with the United States and providing growth food and the cotton to Britain and Britain spending to the manufactured and product and thousands of violence for the Union Army and false few the Confederates and the British have operated and blockade and runners bring into in luxury items and munitions to the Confederacy and bring out and tobacco and cotton. The Unions blocked and increasingly shut down and Confederate sport and L8 and 1864 the dogs and runners were unusually captured before the could make the more than a handful of runs. The last 2 years and we are bloody to both sides. with hermits and marching almost unposted at and proud and southern state, burning cities and destroying and plantations running and railroads, and rage and blood abiding the civil, and casualties and Sherman and demonstrated and that with the South was unable to its in Union invention. Much of the Confederate and heartland was destroyed and could not longer and provide and desperately and needed the supplies to its aims and spring 1864 Grant and Lancet as after nations of forces live to the final and appomattox and complaint which resulted to in suffering in April 1865. The American Civil War was the world and earliest and industrial war, and railroads, the telegraph, and steam slip and maize product with the weapons we are employed and extensively the mobilizations of civil factories and mines and shares the blank and transformation and supplies for had that to impact and in industrializations in World War. Each remains the deadliest war in American history and resulting in the death about 7 lakhs and 15,000 soldiers and the undermaintained a number of civil casualties about 10% of all northern male 20 and 45 years old and 30% on southern white and large aged 18 and the 14 died. Its legacy in cold ending severely and straight in the standing and role of the federal government. According to historian Alon and Navians, and the Civil War had major long time impact to the United States in terms and developing its leadership and potential and moving in the entire nation beyond and the advancement stage. The fighting and its attendant achievement and upon industry and finance and medicine and law and also helps and trained host and leaders who during to the next 35 years 2 and 19 made the earth influence powerful fit on the most of the social economic and cultural fronts. It broke and down various of the procryslium. It's ended the distrust of large scale and efforts. It's hardened and matured the whole people and emotionally the absolents and late the 1850 and rose under the battle about the state, the nation of the post and appomattox and generations, and through sadly hard, specifically in the south by war, host and affiliate the secret and philosophical philosophy and logical, specifically in the north by war and hazards and grades, had the last of the power and resolution of the cell truths and method and protection for election was the event and order used by President Abraham Lincoln on January 1, 1863. In a single stroke, it changed and legal status and recognized by the U.S. government of 3 million cells in designated areas and the Confederacy from cells to free. It happened the practical effects as the shown as a self and affairs control to the conflict government by running through an advantage of federal troops to serve and became legally and actually free. Thank you for watching my videos. Please like, share and subscribe my channel for upcoming videos. Goodbye.